Assalamu alaikum, welcome, hello. I'm Yousha Gopang, final year student of Department of Computer Science at Sindh University campus Larkana. Today I will be talking about operating system. So today I will discuss introduction of operating system, types of operating system, process and process state, deadlock and Coffman condition. First of all, introduction to operating system. What is operating system? An operating system is OS, is software that communicates with hardware and allows other programs to run. Why we need an operating system to run programs? Because if I have a machine, I have a computer, it only has hardware but it does not have any software. Operating system software does not have any operating system, so how it will run, how it will give me access to other programs, to other hardwares. So we need an operating system to use a hardware properly. So every desktop, computer, laptop and smartphone has a particular operating system. We need operating system to use the resources of the devices. So there are some common desktop operating systems such as Windows, Linux and iMac. Usually Windows operating system is most used in the world. So here is a picture of operating system. So if I have a computer and it has hardwares but it does not have any operating system, it will not work. It will not give me facilities, it will not give me functionality to use the devices, the hardware. So if I have a computer and I have an Windows operating system installed in it, so the operating system will give me functionality to use the input devices such as keyboard and mouse. The operating system will give me an output. It will give a monitor a functionality to give us an output. So monitor will be used, and operating system runs other applications and give us what we need for our particular tasks. And hardware, hard drive, operating system is installed in hard drive and operating system handles our data. If there is no any operating system but our data is stored in hard drive, so we cannot access it without installing an operating system, then it will give us permissions, it will provide us facilities to use our data stored in hard drive. And printer is also a type of output, so operating system give us functionality to use it. Main goal of operating system is efficient use. The operating system ensures efficient use of memory, CPU and input-output device. Operating system watches how machine is working, how resources are working, if those resources are working properly or not. Operating system ensures all the things working in hardware, so operating system is responsible for all the efficient use of hardware. So what is difference between system software and application software? There are two types of softwares. One system software and other is application software. What is system software? System software is an operating system which gives us services, which provide us functionality to use other softwares. And what is application software? Application software is used for a particular task, specific function. So what are the operating system? As you can see the picture, there is a Windows operating system and Android operating system and iMac operating system. So these are system softwares. What are the application software? Application softwares are usually installed in our PC, in our mobile phones, such as antivirus, such as file manager, such as any game or any audio or media player. So there we will discuss types of operating system. There are few types of operating system. Number one is batch operating system. Some computer processes are very lengthy and time consuming. So batch OS is used to collect same type of programs, and programs are tasks, and combine them in a batch and send it to the CPU to execute. For suppose there are 4 users, you can see in the diagram, and they are performing 4 tasks: job 1, job 2, job 3 and job 4. So these jobs are going to the operating system. So operating system has to execute all the jobs. So what he will do, operating system will collect the same type of jobs and make them in a batch. So you can see there are 4 jobs, and operating system is dividing them into 2 and making 2 batches. Means there are 2 types of jobs which we users are performing here, and batch. So the jobs are converted into batch, and batches are sent to the CPU to be executed. So here, to speed the same process, a job with the similar types of needs are batched together and run as a group. So it gives us more speed to execute our tasks. Then there is a multitasking OS. In an OS, it is allowing a user to perform more than one computer task at a time. For suppose I am using a Windows and I am performing 4 tasks at a time. I am playing a media file, I am playing a Microsoft Office file, I am playing a game, and I am using a browser. So when I will switch to another task, for suppose I am using a media player file and 3 other tasks are minimized. So if I will minimize the media file and I am playing the game again, so my data will not be lost, but it will be stored there and the game will be resumed where it was paused. So like that, all our data will be stored and no any task data will be dropped or lost. So the OS is able to keep the track of where you are in these tasks and go from one to another without losing information. We can switch to other tasks without losing data of previous task. So multitask is the most useful, and we usually use multitasking OS. Real-time OS. It is intended to serve real-time applications that process data as it comes in, typically without buffer delays. So in real-time applications, when we give an input to the OS, it sends that input, that task to the kernel, and kernel decides if the task has to be executed, and the kernel decides in the 10th of the seconds to execute the task. So real-time OS is the most fastest OS. Processing time requires are measured in tens of seconds or shorter increments of time. Means it takes much less time to execute the task. Then there comes network OS. It is computer operating system that is designed primarily to support workstations, personal computers, and in some instances older terminals that are connected on a local area network. So in network OS, we usually need a OS. For suppose I am connecting my PC to an switch or hub to form a network. So that switch or hub need an operating system to operate its functionalities to provide us service. Or for suppose I am sharing data between 2 or more than 2 computers using a network. So to form a network, I need a software. I need a system software to connect these 3 or more computers and to share data. So some examples of operating Some examples of network operating systems include Microsoft Windows Server 2003, Microsoft Windows Server 2008, Unix, Linux, Mac OS X, Naval Netwear, and BSD. These are all the network OS, which are also network OS, and it provides us service. And there is a mobile operating system. It is an OS that provides smartphone, tablet, or other mobile devices some facilities. So if I have a smartphone and it does not have any operating system, it will not work. But I will have only a dead mobile. If in my mobile there is operating system, I can use different type of functionalities, different types of services, and I can install more application softwares to use and make my needs complete. So you can see here's a picture iOS. iOS an iPhone operating system which is used commonly in iPhone mobiles. There is Android in an operating system which is used in smartphones, and a lot of companies provide us an Android software. And there is Windows Phone. There are Windows Phone. Nokia company usually provide us a Windows Phone, and Windows operating system is installed in it. Symbian OS. Symbian OS was used in previous era mobile phones. When there were no any touch type mobile phones, Symbian system operating was used in that era. BlackBerry 10. BlackBerry 10 is a software for particular BlackBerry mobile phones, and there is a BADA operating system. Now I will discuss about process and process state. What is process? A process is the instance of computer program that is being executed by one or more threads. If I am giving any task to an operating system, that task will be passed to the CPU and the task will be processed. And what is process state? Process state indicates the nature of current activity of a process. Means if in which condition our process is right now, that is process state. You can see a diagram. So when I am giving an input, any task, any process to the computer, so this diagram is applied. These are 5 components of process. So when I am giving a process, it will be called new state, new fresh state. It is a process incoming. So the process will be sent to the ready queue. The ready queue will send the process to the running state if the process has to run right now, or it has to wait in the queue, or the process will be restarted if it feels any problem or issue or data loss. So the process is went to ready queue, and ready queue sends it to the running state. And running state, if our process is complete, execution is done, the process will be terminated and it will be ended. Then there is deadlock and Coffman condition. What is a deadlock? The situation where every job needs some resources. You can see this diagram. There is a one resource, but there are 3 jobs. Job 1, job 2, job 3, and these 3 jobs need resource to be executed. So we have only one resource, so it creates a deadlock. Deadlock is created when we have a lot of resources, when we have a lot of jobs but we have only few resources to execute the job, so deadlock is created here. So take an example of a one-way road. If a one-way road, there only can car go, but on the other side another car is coming, so the road is one-way road, and there are two jobs. There are two cars we can say are two jobs. So in here we only have one resource, one road, which is one way. So we need another resource to execute or to give space to the car to pass the road. So what we will do, we will the one car has to wait here the one car has to wait here and other has to pass the road, then other car will pass the road. So here, that's how a deadlock can be solved. What is Coffman condition? Coffman condition is how deadlock is created. Number 1, mutual exclusion. Resources are not shareable at the same time. As I told you, we only have one resource, but there are three jobs, so it creates a deadlock. Number 2, hold and wait. Holding one resources and waiting another resources means if we have we have only one resource, but we have three jobs, we have to make two jobs in wait and one in hold to be executed. Then we will let other jobs to be executed. Number 3, no primitive, not idle resources till job done. If we have three jobs and one resource, we have to wait to execute these three jobs to enter another job. Number 4, circular wait, cycle of waiting. So how many times deadlock is created, the circle of waiting will be applied to solve the deadlock. Thanks, that's it. Allah Hafiz.